how to find a good property manager. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to find them, how to know if they're good, how to screen property managers, and lastly, at the very end, 2 due diligence items that you need to check on every property manager that can make or break your cash flow. Let's get started. I'm going to start off here with the question, how do you find property managers? Okay, let's start there, right? So there are basically 2 ways to find property managers. The first way is by referral. Okay, that's the absolute best way that I have found property managers over the last 20 years. Okay, here's what you do. You ask someone, like a fellow investor, if they are pleased with their property management company and ask for them to make an introduction. Okay, that is the best way. So if they like their property manager, their property is probably doing well, probably have all the qualities of a good property manager, you begin right there. Makes sense, right? Okay, the second way is to ask a commercial real estate agent, maybe the one you're working with, maybe the one that's on your team, maybe someone else, right? You ask a commercial real estate agent for their favorite property manager. Now, I have an asterisk here, okay? The reason why I have an asterisk here is if you have a commercial real estate agent you're working with and you ask him that question, could you refer me to a good property manager? And if they do not have a referral, that tells you something, okay? So they are not volunteering, their property manager referral because they don't have one, okay? And it's called reputation management. Property management is such a hard business to do. They don't want to refer you to a property manager that does a poor job because it reflects poorly on them, on the real estate agent, okay? So it's an asterisk there. So if they don't have their favorite, that should tell you something, all right? Okay, all right. Next is flattery. Here's what I did, and it works beautifully, okay? So I'll drive around an area that has a similar looking property to the one I like to purchase or the one where I'm replacing a manager, and I'll see that it's immaculately maintained, the grounds look great, the staff is professional, everything looks perfect, looks great, right? So I'll walk in, I will introduce myself as a fellow investor, and I will flatter them, well, your property is fantastic, you guys are trained so well, I am like blown away how you guys perform your jobs. This is awesome. Is there a way that you guys can introduce me to a person in the company where you can manage my property and do the same thing to my property? Of course, they will go, wow, thank you so much. And they'll give me the referral. Okay, so that's a great way of finding a property manager as well. Okay, so that's the first way, by referral. The second way is to do a simple online search. Now, let's say you're looking at an apartment building in San Antonio, Texas. Okay, I'll just make it up. What you do is you Google San Antonio, Texas property managers, right? And then a slew of them will come up, right? And you can just start calling down the line to see if they're interested in taking on new clients. You interview them, things like that, right? So I guarantee you a bunch will pop up there. Now, here's the big question. How do you know if they are good property managers, right? You don't know at this point because I didn't share that with you. Let's do that next. Before I jump into knowing if they're good or not, I thought I would share with you the top 7 responsibilities of a good property manager. Okay, here they are. All right, top 7 property management responsibilities: screen tenants, collect rent, set rent, doing property maintenance, financial management, accounting, producing reports, marketing the property, marketing the vacant units, and lease management, right? When the leases come up for renewal, make sure we have a strategy for that. All 7 things you have to have humming right along for a property to produce cash flow. There's no way I could have retired from my corporate job if I didn't have these 7 things working really well in my properties. Neither can you, okay? So these 7 things all come down to money, okay? Money that the property comes in, money that you can pocket to help you leave your job or do whatever you want to do with it, okay? I want to start there. Now, next, what I want to do is share with you exactly so that you know how to know if they're good or not. Let's do that next. Finally, here we are. How do you know if they are a good property manager? All right, let's get started. All right, number one, I want you to start off by checking with them during the interview process the top 7 responsibilities, okay? So you would go down the list of those top 7 and have a conversation with them. If there's any hesitation or hemming or hawing, or you don't have a good gut feeling when you talk about the top 7, that's not a good sign, okay, that they are a good property manager. Those top 7 should be easy peasy for the good ones to answer, okay, fully, okay, got it? Number 2, ask them for a referral, okay? So you want to know, Mr. or Mrs. Property Manager, can you give me a name or two of one of your clients that you manage properties for? Could I speak with them? Could you introduce me to 1 or 2 of them? Okay, so that's a great way to get a feel for how they operate, right? Now, here's the key. If they say, nope, we don't disclose our client information, sorry, can't do that, right? So that means that, guess what? They have no happy clients, okay? So if that happens, move on, okay? Got it? All right. Number 3 is for you to secret shop 2 of their managed properties, right? Secret shopping means you put on your blue jeans, a t-shirt, baseball cap, and you go to 2 of their properties and you act as if you're renting a unit, and you see how everything works. You can go around, you can go inside the units, you can see how well trained they are, you can look at the grounds, you can see everything inside their operations to see how things look without anyone influencing them or you, okay? Got it? This is my favorite part because I learned so much on these types of secret shopping visits, okay? All right. And number 4, I want you to watch my 2 property management videos, okay? The first one is called How to Hire and Fire a Property Manager. In that, I give you the questions and what to look for when you hire them, and also, unfortunately, you have to fire them, all right? So that video link will appear on the screen. Go ahead and watch it after this video, and you'll learn a lot, guaranteed. Okay, the second video is something that I really had to put out there. It's called Preventing Property Management Fraud. So unfortunately, 9 out of 10 property managers aren't very good, right? And in those 9, you have some of them actually steal from you, and you need to know how to spot that. Okay, unfortunate video, but it is reality, and I had to do it. So that link will appear on your screen for you to watch, okay? It's done for you all to protect you and our students, okay? And then number 5, lastly, here's the reality of it all, okay? The reality of it all. You really won't know that if they're a good or bad property manager until you hire them and work with them for 6 months. Yes, that's an unfortunate answer, but you do your best, to interview them. You got they pass all the tests, you hire them, but you really won't find out until they start collecting rents, screening tenants, doing the books for you, maintaining the property, marketing, all of that you get to see firsthand. And if their property performance starts going downhill, or all you get is excuses, or their communication is poor, all this stuff starts to happen, unfortunately, you have a bad property manager. But if they collect rents on time, their property's maintained well, they get back to you quickly, and everything's going smoothly, they meet with you, then you have a good property manager. But it takes time to really know if they are good or not. That's the bottom line. All right, okay. So what I promised you at the beginning is I'm going to share with you 2 things that you really need to do, 2 due diligence items that you need to check on every property manager before you hire them. Okay, let's do that next. I'm going to end it right here with 2 things beginning investors, most investors don't even think about when looking to hire a good property manager. Okay, here they are. All right, I promise to save these 2 for last. Number 1 is, does your property manager manage their own property? Aha, okay? That should be one of your questions, right? When you interview your property managers is, Mr. or Mrs. Property Manager, you're interested in managing my property. Do you have properties of your own that you own personally that you manage? If their answer is yes, you need to put on your reticular activators and start thinking about, will they put the best tenants in their building and not in your building? when times get tough and it's tough to find tenants, will they fill their own building first before they fill yours, right? Well, those two questions, I'll let you answer. You probably know the answer to those two questions. Okay, so be very leery of property managers who manage their own property in your area where your property is located, okay? It may not be a good thing, all right? Maybe a conflict of interest. Number two, right? Very important question most people don't think about is, are the property managers, are they property managers or do they just manage property? Okay, what a question. Okay, what I'm saying is don't hire real estate agents, right, to manage your apartment building. Here's why, right? Real estate agents are salespeople. They make a living selling property, right? So that's where their expertise is. Now, let me say this. So for a typical property manager and their top 7 responsibilities, right? Will your real estate agent who wants to manage your property, will they create a budget for you every year, right? Will they go through the 40 leases and come up with a leasing strategy for you for these upcoming leases that are going to be renewed? Will they follow through and take care of and oversee all the capital expenditures you have coming out throughout the year? They can't, right? They have to sell property. That's what they do best. So let them do that. Let them do what they do best, which is sell real estate. I know some of them will say, hey, if you buy this property, I'll manage it for you, right? I know it's easy peasy for you to go, oh, wow, really? Okay, thank you. But I want you to really just stop there and think about having them manage your property, right? Instead, I want you to hire persons whose profession, expertise, and devoted time is in mastering their craft in property management. Okay? It is such an important facet of being successful in commercial real estate is having a property manager who knows their stuff and are good at what they do. Okay? And there's far and few between of them. That's why I did this video for you so you can spot them. Got it? All right. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you. If you want to learn more about what we do with our students and property management, go ahead and apply to our Protégé program. Also, too, if you just want to read a little more, I have my best-selling book, Commercial Real Estate for Beginners. The link will appear right there. Click on it and have at it. Just read it, whatever you like. But also, too, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe so we can send you more. All right. Thanks, everyone. You have a great day, and I'll see you at the next video.